tonight on part 1 of On the Way Up Atlanta, the reunion.
So what you wearing tonight, my brother?
All right, so we got a little Ralph Lauren here. My jacket is Ralph Lauren.
Like that, that's way, right?
Yeah.
So tonight I'm gonna be doing something really, really simple. This is Tommy, little Tommy Hilfiger, Jessica Simpson heels, some nice earrings, babe ball, and nice little simple watch for the reunion. But when the reunion's over and it's time to party,
I see the crop top.
Gotta get it while I can,
I'm not gonna give too much away because I want you to be surprised when you see it.
That's nice, I like that.
Nice color and
see, you want to be noticed with the red. See, you clearly want to be noticed.
No, this is orange actually.
Is it orange?
Really, really dark orange.
Okay. They say all guys love color.
I got this done by a good old friend of mine, Miss Catherine Clayton. She so pretty creation, so
custom made. I like that. So Trae Morris, how you doing, man?
I'm good.
Doing good.
I'm good.
Looking good, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so what you gonna wear for the show?
So I'm actually wearing a custom suit by Av'ern. He's a designer here in Atlanta. He's designed for quite a few different celebrities. He's in the Grammy Red Carpet a few times, just different people. I'm wearing a custom suit by him, and then my shoes are by Steve Madden. I kept it pretty simple.
Oh, is that simple for you?
I'm keeping it simple. I feel like Steve Madden is pretty simple. I have on Christian Louboutin in now, but I feel like Steve Madden for later is pretty
You're dropping all those names, I see.
Oh, I'm not dropping that. I'm just saying it's not name dropping. You asked. So.
Exactly. I like it. I love it. So Mr. Av'ern, how you doing, man?
All right, how about yourself?
Doing pretty well. So on the way up and down.
Yeah.
How's your experience been?
It's been definitely a roller coaster ride. It's been exciting, emotional, but overall it's been a good experience.
I watched the show. I had to get familiarized with the show before I asked you all these questions. So I was like, okay, I like it. So as far as this is the pre-reunion show. So in reference to the reunion, what are you wearing?
I'm actually wearing a all tan linen suit. I borrowed 3 from Macy's with a leopard print shirt from Fashion Nova, a nice pair of glass frames, and a nice pair of shoes.
You bring the shades or the glasses?
Just with frames, something like yours. But they just,
Okay.
so
So how do you feel about coming in later on in the season? Since Paige was holding down for the only female cast, and now here you are coming in, breaking barriers.
It was a little bit challenging because they have so much history already.
It was a headache because it was like I was the only female, but I was in the midst of all of them, so it was a hot mess. But you know what? I will say I rocked it for a reason because of the simple fact that I'm the what you want to call it? They crybabies, and I'm not a crybaby. I'm the tough cookie.
Yeah.
So I was able to be in the midst of all them.
So since the show has aired, how has it affected your career as far as production and filmmaking?
Well, honestly, I think overall it has definitely motivated me to go extremely harder. I've been doing a lot of small projects and I'm working towards a lot of things within the next couple months I'm not going to say too much about. But I think overall, just people reaching out to me and saying that I'm inspiring them, that means the world to me because I feel like that's my purpose in life, to inspire people. So
The show has aired. Have you seen yourself be portrayed, or did you have any regrets, or what have you seen in yourself that you did not notice before that you notice now?
Right. Okay. I don't have any regrets because I live my life with no regrets. What you see is what you get, but it was like an eye opener. People tell me all the time about how I come off sometimes. I don't listen to other people. I talk over them.
Do you have any regrets? I guess I should say.
I don't necessarily have any regrets, but I definitely think there's things I could have done different. So no regrets, but I could have done things a little bit different.
So what's next for Rachel? I guess it's the next question I should ask you.
Oh, child, where do I start? Well, Marq My Beauty has merchandise coming. I got some new promos and some new interviews that's coming. And I'm in school to be an oncology esthetician, working with cancer patients. That's my goal, so I can tie that in with Marq My Beauty.
Congratulations, I love that.
Thank you.
Well, I'm gonna let you continue to get your dress.
Thank you, child.
It was my pleasure.
Ooh.
You still look good as you look.
Thank you.
So since the show has aired, how have you? Do you have any regrets since the show has been aired?
Do I have any regrets?
No. Because they cast you as the villain. on the show and all of that. So I wanted to see what your perspective on that, or was it just projecting their feelings for you and the viewers?
You said they tried to portray me as the villain?
Yes.
I feel like there are people who owe me a thank you letter, because if it wasn't for me, they wouldn't have had a storyline. I'm confused. Like
I'm confused too.
Let me finish. One issue that you got to take up with yourself if you in a room with somebody and you feel like they better than you.
You see me, we can hate from a distance, but you ain't gotta hug me, none of that, because your energy, I just can't do.
Self-esteem is the esteem of your motherfucking self. And somebody else.
No.
Whoever's making the comment.
First of all, I'm not a threat.
I didn't say you. I didn't say you. I said whoever is making the comment.
Anyway, exit stage left.
My name is Marq, also known as Marq with the Q, and I'm an aspiring filmmaker from Atlanta, Georgia.
What are we?
So today, I just got to do a shoot.
You're doing amazing. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Watch my spikes now. Thank you. I feel like I calmed down because I told you I was so nervous. And I hate being nervous. I overthink things.
My name is Rachel Kelly Wah, and I'm from Chicago, Illinois. Since meeting Destiny, she has introduced me to so many people that want me to be a part of their project.
I don't know if you would be more relaxed just coming out here in the drama like, yeah, my name is, you have a role.
I'm so excited because I know this one project is gonna open the doors for so many more.
Do your thing, and I'm so proud of you for continuing to make these connections. And
oh my God, thank you so much, P. We finna kill this. Oh, we gotta.
My name is Devonta Lamont. I'm a filmmaker, photographer, and bartender. So today I'm very excited. I'm setting up 3 bars for my company, Luxury Bar Artists.
It's like it's costing your pockets.
Exactly.
So I just like
And that was my issue in the beginning because I didn't feel the big dollar money.
What's up, guys? My name is Av'ern Johnson, also known as the Key Master. I'm in the real estate business. All right, guys, come on in. Okay. So as you can see, there's a beautiful accented wall there. Nice TV.
What you say? Huh?
I didn't
hear you.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm a singer-songwriter here in and Cinco Day. My favorite event.
Look, that's Shay right there. That's Shay.
Yes, boo. Sing, sis.
She's my saving grace.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Trae Morris. I'm from Fayetteville, North Carolina. I'm an all-around entertainer. I'm an actor. I'm a singer, songwriter, and I'm a model. You could have made a decision for the way before. But now it's my turn to have to do.
Come on, y'all been
I'm in the wearing a crop top. Wait a minute.
Your man ain't wearing a crop top.
Let me see.
And ain't.
Period. Looks like one to me.
That's on periods. I'm sorry. Me neither.
If that's supposed to be an insult, you might have to come a little bit harder. I've been called worse by better people. Did you even show a house? Did you sell a house?
I did.
You know what?
Several.
I know what you're worried about. Let's worry about that big ass ball button.
Bitch can't read you, but you know about yourself.
can't do this.
Y'all tell me how to get it out.
My soul has left my body.
You're a 2-year-old having a fucking temper tantrum.
Devonta was banging on that table.
So, I done met all y'all at this point. Y'all met?
We met at Mirage of Love, but not formally.
Right. I'm having a photo shoot with Devonta, and I know it's about to be dope. This is 10 pounds light. 10 pounds heavier. Nobody said
you skinny now. Get her burger.
And she was still
Get her burger.
We had sex and she tried to kill herself, and now she's
That's deep. Is that bad?
Everybody get nervous,
You know, I do believe that they have a cure already for cancer.
I do too.
I think that.
I believe so too, but they make a lot of money off of this.
You got enough money. You can buy it.
I'm good.
I love his grandma.
You're up to 100. You know, I'm about to everybody. You gotta say a lot for people in life.
And I do know my baby's birthday.
I ain't saying dick.
You talking about I didn't know when it was. I do know. I got you.
You ain't know, right?
Get me together.
You get what I'm saying?
If it ain't for Trae.
Didn't you say manipulative?
Yep, he's a manipulator.
Everybody thought I was crazy.
I did.
That's already called me. Just so you can get you excited.
Why did we watch this?
Figure out how
This
to do
just-
it. But no, you
Why
want
did
to
she do
everybody
this?
else.
So, where y'all been? Cause we been. You was waiting. Yeah, give you your time. We ain't need time. My hair and makeup was already done.
Y'all didn't even set up.
It's just a matter of that you need to. I feel like you need to sit down and go through it by yourself without everybody, pretty much putting in a 2 cents every 5 minutes.
In comes Marq assistant again. That's tacky ass. Look at my hair. Look at my fucking hair.
But my energy was bad.
That was shoestring, honey. That was shoestring.
But my energy was bad.
I want my shit before the end of the motherfucking day. And if not, I'm gonna pull
Pull up on your ass again.
And this time
It's not gonna be here no night. Run me my money now.
That need to be a TikTok. I don't give a fuck about this. I'm gonna say that tonight too. Someone piss me off. And then I'm gonna walk out.
Hey. What's up, everybody? It's your host, Eazy The Great, with the cast of On the Way Up. This season definitely was lit. Hey, we got a chance to see kickbacks, dances, parties, and wigs gone wrong. One thing they never lost sight of was their money, though. Cash apps must ring, and it's very important to support one another. Hey, through all the trials and tribulations, these guys never folded. They set goals and dreams and actually manifest them into reality. Y'all give a warm welcome as we present the cast of On the Way Up, Mr. Av'ern, the key master.
Yes.
Pasjiea Marie, the voice of the hippie nation. Devonta, the jack of all trades. Marq with a Q, don't forget it. Rachel, the beauty queen, and Lord Trader Mogul. So, Devonta, so one thing we know about On the Way Up Atlanta is not only are you a cast member, but you're also the creator and the producer of the show. So what was your vision? What did you see, and why did you choose this cast?
Okay. Well, my vision was to show a group of people that lived in Atlanta that was chasing their dreams and that who were also who haven't made it yet. Because I didn't want to find nobody who, if you making money, I ain't gonna say, we all making money, let me not say that. But who's up there to where, like, they already made it. So I wanted to find these group of people who are on their way up, because I want people to see the growth. And like, my first idea was to, if my nephew or you got family, little kids that see the show, that they can be like, okay, I see Trae Morris, he's a singer, so I want to be a singer. I see Rachel, she's doing Marq by Beauty. You know what? That's something that I want to do. And I want them to see us just from the ground, just making it to the top, because I really believe that everybody on this table will make it as long as they keep their head up and just keep grinding and never give up, because everybody on this couch is talented. So, and that was the main purpose, is just to show.
So you see the potential in
I see the
that.
potential. Like, if I didn't, we wouldn't be here.
All right. Well, I love it. So you and Paige been knowing each other for quite some time now. So you guys collaborated on the Mama song. So what made you guys collaborate? Well, Paige, what made you collaborate with him with that?
It was more so just about the message for me. The message that, he was going through a tough time, and so he reached out to me and was just like, hey, I got this song I want to put together, and he let me hear it, and instantly I fell in love with the hook and the song, and I was just like, let me add my touches and see what we can do to bring this to fruition for your mother. So that's what it was about.
So elaborate on it. What was your experience that made you do this song?
Well, my mom, she was sick. She was in the hospital for about a month. They didn't even know what was wrong with her. She gained like 20 to 30 pounds of just body fluid, and they ran all these tests. Everything came back negative. She had a rare kidney disease, and when they found it, they was able to get her back to where she was, but she still has her moments to where she gets tired and she don't, she's,
But she's still here.
She's still here, and she's good.
God
She's smiling, and that was a moment in my life. I had thoughts where if my mama wasn't going to be here, well, I wasn't going to be here either. So, that's my mama, and I don't want to start crying because everybody always call me a crybaby. But
we ain't got good on the segment.
Yes, these cries can turn into anyway. But yeah. So that was the main thing, and I express myself through music, even though I'm not I don't consider myself as trying to be an artist or a big time person in music, but I use that as my coping method, and that's what I love it.
I love it, and I love the song, by the way.
Thank you.
So Marq, at the studio session, you was new to pretty much everybody. What was your feeling about these characters here?
How we gotta be characters?
These characters.
That's a good word.
It is.
I just went in with an open mind. When I first walked in, Paige and Av'ern, they were there, and I gravitated towards them, honestly. I'm a people's person. I gravitated towards them. And then when Trae came in, I didn't get a chance to even brace myself to say, well, hey, how are you? It was just this big personality.
Why are you looking like that?
I mean...
you mean what? You heard how many seconds?
You mean inside the door or outside the door?
Well, I don't, depending on how long you've been outside the door.
I mean, I was on the phone, so
Diddy came in and basically was like, it's a no.
And the comments. But overall, I got along with everybody, so.
So, quick question. Why you bring your sister, though?
First, let me clear that up. To be real, 100%, that was my friend. And you saw it throughout the show. She was always around me. But that wasn't my assistant. I didn't know what I was walking into. Okay. I was nervous as hell. So I said, let me bring somebody. And I didn't know if I could bring a friend. So let me bring my assistant. So I sound like somebody.
Okay. Understandable. Mr. Av'ern, how did you feel about the studio night?
I mean, it was definitely an experience. I had never been to a studio session before, but it was definitely an experience. It was a lot going on, but I mean, overall, it was cool.
All right, Mr. Trae.
Hey, how are you? I'm good. How you doing, friend?
I see you titty out. What's up?
A little regal. just a little regal for the people.
Regal, okay, if you will. So, during the studio session, you came in and you pretty much tore down Devonta's song. So what was you thinking? What was your head at?
So I wouldn't say, I don't particularly care for the term tore down.
You said this is not good, it's not gonna be good, everybody else is doing good but you.
Get me together.
Before I walked into the studio session, Devonta and I had a conversation off camera that everybody else didn't see, and he asked me for my feedback because the same conversation where he asked me if I knew anywhere he could record, he asked me for my feedback. Okay. So when I came into the studio session, I didn't come in necessarily to make friends or to be nice. I came in to make sure that when he left out of that studio session, that it sounded the best that it could sound.
And that was a good, that was cool. I got that. And I tell everybody, I appreciate the advice. But it's just how you came across.
And that was my next question. Do you feel like you could have, delivered it a little better?
If I'm being completely honest with you, no. Because
why do you feel like you have to, make food references and I'm stroking like a 12-year-old? And
Devonta.
What?
Please. So I'm not gonna use food references. Right now, you stroking like a 12-year-old for the first time. I need you to stroke like you 27 and been fucking for a while.
That's
so. My thing is this: most people can relate to things when you relate them to stuff that's real life. So okay. Well, my thing was this: due to the fact that it wasn't my first time in a recording studio.
So you felt like you're giving him a taste of the industry, or what?
It's just not even necessarily a taste of the industry, because I'm not one of those people who's gonna act like I'm high and mighty and further along than I am. Okay. But the thing about it was, the team that I work with, there is no sugarcoating. Okay. So I don't have the luxury of somebody making me feel good. Okay. When something sounds like a mess, it sounds like a mess. And so my thing is this: if you ask me for my feedback, I'm gonna give you straightforward, I'm gonna give you honest, and that's just what it's gonna be.
So it's a no to the deliverance. Couldn't have been better.
No. Okay. Right.
Speak on it. How you feel?
No, I just feel like it was just too much. Like, I feel like you came in and you want everybody, you didn't even know these people, and you wanted everybody to know that you're Trae Morris, that you do this and you do that. Paige.
I never said that. Wait a minute. I didn't drop any of my credentials when I walked in that studio, though.
I gave you opportunity to speak.
You're right.
But the thing is, because if you want to keep it real, Paige. No. You know what? I don't want to talk.
Okay. That's all right. So look, Paige and Marq both came back and gave you some good advice, right? In reference to the song. Why did y'all do that? Like, why did you feel the need?
And like I had explained that night, like I did a short film called Fuck Love. So I understood where like people gonna have their opinions on stuff. So I just wanted to let him know you're doing this for a good reason. Regardless if I like the song, Paige liked the song, Trae liked the song. If Devonta didn't like the song, it was for his mom to like. So I just
Okay, so why did you come to Devonta and give him some advice?
The same thing that Marq said. It was about for me, it was about the whole purpose. And once he kind of got taken away from that purpose, which was to create that song for his mother, I felt like it was my point as his friend first to step in and be like, hey, block all that out. We focused on one thing, because at the end of the day, it's only me and your voice going on this song. So everybody else's opinion really don't matter. It matters for the moment, but you know, after you go, it's like blah blah whatever. You know.
So my next question was gonna be like, Devonta, why didn't you stop and quit the song? But clearly because of these two, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean.
And your mama.
And my mama, and yeah, and like, because what Trae was saying, and I'll tell anybody this, it wasn't that I didn't want his advice. It wasn't that his advice was bad or anything like that. It's just that you took it as a joke. Like, you took it as, this is a shot. I'm going to let these people know that I'm Trae Morris, and I'm going to walk in here, and I'm going to let them know who I am.
Who said that I took your studio session as a joke, though?
But, I mean, when you making jokes, I'm stroking like a 12-year-old.
That wasn't a joke, though. So, hold on. Let me address something. Please let me address something.
But if somebody feels as though that you thought it was a joke, that is in deliverance. So his perception it can't be wrong. Just like when you was at the table and their perception of you was skewed, right? So now,
you're right.
Come on.
So here's my thing. I never took Devonta's studio session as a joke. Let's get that clear. Let's be clear about that. But my thing is this: when you're going to invest however many hundreds of dollars you invested into that studio session, and I say that because I record this, so I know what the standard pricing is for it. So my thing is, when you invest that type of money into something, I don't give a damn if you're singing it for, you know, the children of Africa. You should want to put forth your 100% best effort. And if we're being completely honest, as a recording artist, and Paige even said this when I was in the booth with them, you should put forward your 100% effort. You should put forward your best foot. And I feel like Devonta was surrounded by, in that moment, a bunch of yes people who were telling him, oh, well, this sounds good, and this sounds this, and this sounds that, when in actuality, it did not. And so when I stepped into the studio, nobody was going to say anything until I did. So y'all were going to let this man sit here and put this song together.
Wait a minute.
You had that man in tears, like, realistically.
Wait a minute. So you had his best interest at heart.
So I absolutely had his best interest at heart. And while I might have had him in tears, again, I do this on a regular basis. When I went in to record the last track for my project, my entire production team had me in tears. Why? Because I brought my black ass in there and I wasn't prepared. So the reason why I said I didn't take it as a joke is because I told Devonta in said studio session, whomever did your pre-production or whoever recorded this for you the first time, you need to fire them. Because a good engineer would have told him, before you step in this studio session, XYZ 1, 2, 3 needs to be done. Otherwise, you're spending unnecessary money that didn't need to be spent. And it wasn't just me, because the viewers said said.
So you know what? The viewers was probably just your fans because your fans are.
They are. Hold on. So, Paige, you are on this. Tell me how you felt in reference to the song.
Child. Okay, in reference to the song, I'm not gonna lie. Me and Devonta, hold on. Me and Devonta had talked, and I told Devonta we was gonna get together and go back over because I knew that he was not comfortable with the verses. He was still reading from the phone.
And I said that.
Hold on, I got you back. He was still reading from the phone. So I think I told everybody, I said, he ain't comfortable with it. He doesn't know the words yet. When he knows the words, the delivery is going to flow much better, as with any artist. If you don't know a song, you got to keep looking at the phone. That's taking your focus away from what you're doing. So he was looking at it more of a standpoint like, okay, look, I'm just trying to get this song done for my mama. It ain't got to be perfect. It's my emotions, and this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And so I understood that. That's the only reason why I wasn't like, oh, let me come in and critique. You know? Yeah. I wasn't there to critique. I was there to be a part of your song because that's what you asked me to do.
So with that being said, Marq, the newcomer.
I was there to support him.
So how did you feel about that situation?
Like I said, I just feel like at the end of the day, I didn't go there to critique anything. I didn't know y'all had a conversation beforehand. I didn't go there to give my opinion. I was there to support because I was asked to be there.
And that's fair. So let me
I'm
say,
still talking.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
So all I'm saying is the way that it came off, and a lot of people have said, we talked about it, it just came off as you were very, very harsh. We understand that's what you might be accustomed to, but he wasn't. I just feel like you should have apologized, said, hey, I might have came off a little hard, but this is the reason why I feel the way that I feel. And maybe it would have been better, right?
Because it's not what you say.
It's how you say it.
It's how you say it. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. So with constructive criticism, right?
Constructive criticism.
The main word is constructive.
Right.
So if you don't construct it the right way, it is not going to be perceived that way.
And that's fair. Okay. The one thing that I will say is this. From what I've gathered in this conversation, Marq and Paige both had a different perspective of that studio session than I had.
Gotcha.
They were going into this, we're just trying to get it finished. This is just for his mom.
Well, I wasn't trying to get it finished.
No, you missing what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the two of you.
He meant to say Devonta.
Devonta and Paige. We're just trying to get it finished. We're this, that, and the third. From my understanding of that, he wanted my critique and he wanted, my feedback.
And I did want to help.
If
I knew that you would have came off the way that you would have, I wouldn't have invited you.
And that's fair. But my thing is this, I don't walk into any situation. I'm not the friend or the person or the associate or whomever that you go to if you need your feelings or your ego stroked.
And I don't need my feelings or my ego stroked, but this was our first time coming together. Right. We could have had a conversation after the studio or even after the session to say, you know what, Devonta, I see where you're going, but you need some work, or we can do this.
So Devonta, so this is my thing.
Let me ask you a question.
What's
Did
up?
you guys know each other prior to the studio?
We were associated, but we didn't know each other. So my thing is this: why would you invite people who are not musically inclined in any? Wait a minute, let me finish what I'm saying.
On a show.
Hold on, I get that, but what I'm saying is, there were other opportunities for us to meet each other.
It wasn't that. I want advice from people who wasn't y'all two.
It was support.
So what I'm getting here is because you are musically inclined. Yeah. You took it a different.
He took it as
that's work for me.
Right.
So I'm not inviting anybody to, and I think Paige can agree to this as well. All jokes aside, as an artist, why would that's work for us? We're not inviting anybody into our studio session that can't contribute to the final product of the music. So walking into that, I only had a one-track perception of this. I didn't know there were going to be people there.
That, but why are you making jokes or making?
It wasn't a joke to me. I took that very serious.
Let me say this. The jokes that you had.
I was about to say I wasn't being funny at all.
Okay, look. Okay, listen.
But I didn't know Tiffany was making jokes until after I saw the footage. Because I would have got it.
From outside looking in, you definitely was giving all the jokes.
But I wasn't. That's the thing. I wasn't.
I wasn't there.
That may be your personality. That is a characteristic of you to joke.
And maybe that.
But everybody does not.
To other people, it might have come off as a joke, but I wasn't being funny at all.
Now, do you understand it?
I get y'all's perception of it, but I wasn't being funny at all.
I understand, Trae. I get it.
Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I was genuinely irritated because I walked in, and before I said anything, I'm hearing people, because I was on the phone outside, I'm hearing people, oh, that sounds good, and this, that, and the third. I'm like, this nigga don't sound good. Like, what are y'all talking about?
Well,
so,
you know
and that's not me being funny, but I was like, no, just in general, like watching the footage back.
We knew the concept of the song. We were understanding. It's like, okay,
no,
because we was all throwing out ideas at one point.
I'm talking about from the outside. I don't know who said what because I was literally outside a closed door on my phone. But what I'm saying was,
but if someone's
what I heard,
a part of a song, and they think that part sounds good, and then maybe another part doesn't sound good, so that doesn't mean the whole song is garbage.
Right.
I never.
All right, so look, guys.
Right.
What we gonna do is we gonna move along, moving right along because we gotta discuss this on the back end. Clearly, honey, it's gonna be on the after show.
That's fine.
Okay, we're gonna get everybody individual thoughts.
Listen, that's gonna
we're gonna move right along. We're gonna go to a break, get a shot.
Yeah.
Welcome back to On the Way Up, guys. We are live with the cast of On the Way Up ATL, so I'm gonna get straight to the Marq. You are 21, the youngest in the group. Give it a
baby.
I tried to give him a shot, he wouldn't take it. So, being the youngest of the bunch, how do you feel about the cast members?
Well, I feel like the oldest.
Elaborate on that.
I just like unity. I be trying to keep everybody together. You know, we gonna dance and we gonna relay for life. But I couldn't get everybody together. Okay. But I get along with everybody.
So, speaking of everybody together, how do you feel about everybody coming to your birthday party?
Everybody didn't come. Everybody didn't come.
So how do you feel about that?
Well, you know, I came in the group with an open mind, open heart, but you're not gonna mess with everybody. And I had just met these people. I wasn't finna invite everybody that I didn't really know. I invited people that I feel like, okay, let me see what you like on the outside.
So you personally invited some of the members or no?
I personally invited the people that was there. Yes.
Okay. So
well, I wasn't.
Thank you.
I wasn't there.
So you
I had met Rachel.
Neither was I.
So,
I appreciate it. Thanks for the invite.
Who have you met prior to your birthday?
Well, before my birthday, remember we went to the studio.
Yeah. So okay.
Yeah.
So
we gonna get to. I didn't invite Trae.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't invite Trae. I didn't know Trae like that. Okay. I didn't feel it necessary to invite Trae. I didn't know how he was as a person, and off the first impression, I was like, you know, let me have a one-on-one with him first to see how he is. You know, got to feel him a little bit more. So that's just what it was. Yeah.
And that's understandable. So. Quick question, because when I watched the show, I was like, who is these girls coming through? Who is this Queen's child? Ooh. So what they call chasing Atlanta?
Oh, that's yours?
George, you in Miami?
I like people that have positivity.
Energy is kind of like water.
You know how Lil Kendrick came her ass up and everybody is the energy.
It's my birthday. Okay. Yikes.
Baby girl. So how do you feel about them? Dang near trying to take over what you had going on.
Well, real quick, I used to be a producer for Chasing Atlanta, so I know a lot of them, and I am cool with a lot of them, you know, outside of that. So I invited them because I know them. Okay. But I didn't invite them to film Chasing Atlanta. So
there was no riff-raff with them.
In the words of Av'ern, I'm confused too. That's why I'm confused too. That's why they wanted to. I don't know.
What happened 21st?
Well, I'm 22 now, but.
Oh, you know. Told her it's 22. Still won't take a shot. All right. Still won't take a shot.
He's not a drinker.
Devonta, you seem to enjoy yourself at Marq's birthday party. How did you feel about the cast of Atlanta?
Okay, gotcha.
Her coming to his birthday party. What was that?
Well, I thought those was his friends. So that's his personal storyline and his personal people is in his circle. So I didn't even realize all that was going on until we, you know.
I didn't really either.
Yeah, and
I didn't either.
So another thing that I watched as a viewer, is saying ain't nobody here?
Because it wasn't nobody there. It was just only, but Marq did say that he only invited certain people because he wanted to keep it intimate.
It's your birthday. It's intimate. I'm
so,
gonna go private.
but I was just like, it was me, Av'ern, my friend Asia, and then his 2 friends. So I was like, okay, where your friends at? But then they show up late, so.
Okay, so
And then he had some people that was supposed to come, that didn't come.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and believe me, I know. Okay. Yeah.
So, with that being said, I know it's been riff-raff with people supporting you. Miss Late, why would you use that?
I wasn't at Marq's birthday party in my defense because I had to work that night for Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and I got off super late. By the time that I would have got there, it would have been over, and that's a disgrace to show up to somebody's birthday party after 12. You know what I mean? You want to bring it in. So that's why I did not come to the birthday party. I missed that.
His birthday party. Give it up for Marq. He's 22 now. Still won't take a shot. So
later.
So we swung from your birthday party to your birthday party. So
we can skip mine.
No, no crybaby.
We're gonna do this. We here. All these people here for you, baby. This is for you.
Right, don't do
it. This is your night.
Right, don't do it.
So we're all sitting around, we're having a good time, the vibe is good, and next thing I know, Devonta started crying. I'm like, how we go from, birthday party to a Tyler Perry play?
What you crying for?
It was funny. It was. I was like, why are you crying? I know you crying.
So the day of your birthday, it seemed like a lot of stress was going on. Elaborate and tell me a little more about what was going on with you mentally then.
So we was going out maybe because we got back to Anniston. We got there, it was like 2:00 in the morning.
So how long did y'all have to drive?
It was like an hour and a half.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we literally left from Marq's birthday party, and then we drove to Alabama, and I had to get up I got up at 5 or 6, and we had to set up the whole event. It was a lot. We even had to do me and Paige had to do sound check.
We did.
It was just a lot going on, and I didn't get my nap.
Again.
I like to take my nap.
Don't we appreciate naps now?
If it's 30 minutes, it re-energizes me. Like today, I didn't get my nap, so if I come off as a little crazy, blame it on the nap. Don't blame it on the alcohol. Alcohol ain't got nothing to do with it.
I totally understand. I get it. So can we appreciate the naps that we was in kindergarten?
Yeah.
All them naps.
Give me my cot, man. I'll get on the cot.
And everybody, I feel like everybody on this table still sometimes act like we're in kindergarten, so we all need naps.
So I know you performed Pasjiea Marie. So how did you feel about the performance at Devonta's birthday party?
When I say the song went from a 2-minute song into like an 8-minute interlude. Party, okay? We party. His whole family was up. Everybody was, bopping, having a good time, and they loved it. And that was what I want. That's the reaction that I wanted. It didn't really. That's why I kept saying in the studio, focus on what you want to feel throughout the song, because once you perform it and you put it out there and you do it live, you can't go back. It's not like when you're in the studio recording, you can go back and go over your voice. When you performing it live, you can't go back. And that's what that moment. I wanted him to feel that moment, and you can see it. He was boohooing.
I love it.
So yeah.
So quick question. I know Marq and Av'ern was there. How did y'all feel about the performance and the party overall?
I had a really good time. I thought it was dope. Devonta was just crying and stuff. But, with all due respect, I understand why. But it was fun.
That's my next question. Always crying.
But I get it though. You know what I'm saying?
It was a lot of emotion.
It was fun. Besides, we was hungry and stuff.
What you was hungry for? So I don't understand how grown men cannot figure out how to feed themselves.
Oh no, I did. Trust me, I did.
The restaurant was right around the corner from the hotel.
Did.
Drop me off. How you gonna drop me off? Yeah, but I'm using my card. I don't know. Give me 1 second. Okay. But why did you come up here? Someday home. I can't do that. Call me.
Y'all didn't cater?
No.
Yes.
So
Hold
they got
What we
that.
got there?
So listen. So
I'm being
so,
funny, but what we got
But
there?
since you break it up, since you break it up,
let me tell the story.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
Let Marq tell the story.
Again,
Okay.
Marq, how did you feel about the performance and the party overall?
Okay, so Devonta always throw a good party. If I'm going to a party, Devonta throw, I know it's gonna be good. We was cool. The vibe was right. It was cool. What they referring to is this whole. We was in the hotel room. We was told we was going. We need to be getting ready for the party and stuff. And me and Av'ern just sitting around like, well, damn, I'm kind of hungry. It's 2:00, and I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I said, you want to go get something to eat? He like, well, I think we should call Devonta. I'm like, well, what we calling Devonta for?
I'm like, well, shit.
Because we didn't drive down there.
They didn't drive down there.
Yeah.
And they knew, but this is the thing. Y'all knew that I was going to, well, you didn't call me. Av'ern, you knew that I was coming down here to set up my party. You knew I had a lot going on. I asked you guys if y'all wanted to come with me, then y'all could have got some food or got my car or whatever. Y'all wanted to stay at the hotel.
You left at 6 o'clock in the morning.
It don't matter. Got there. I came to set up my party.
It's still support.
They did support.
But, especially on a birthday.
But what I could have done, I could have went and got y'all some sandwiches from, gas.
It wasn't that deep. We walked the back.
So one more question before we end this segment. So, Rachel, Trae, y'all already knew him pre-birthday, right?
Right.
Okay, why weren't y'all there? Was you guys invited?
I think you did.
Rachel,
you did.
I wasn't here.
So
I didn't know him yet.
So I did know him, but I was invited. But the same weekend Devonta graduated, my brother graduated from undergrad. So I was in Virginia at my brother's graduation.
There we go.
Yeah. So
he told me that because he was gonna try to come. He really was because I wanted him to perform too.
See, it's still love.
Absolutely.
Like, look at this light. You feel me?
Them winter graduations will fuck you up though.
We gonna cut for a minute. Stay tuned. On the way up Atlanta, I love the cast, man. Get up, get up.
I'm trying to bring everybody together today. I'm not trying to go there. This is my name.
I said to myself, oh boy, you got a lot to do. Because if you don't do something about this, you're gonna die. Weighing 376 pounds is shocking, and I'm comfortable with saying it.
It was really pretty much not monitored. Oh no, Nate, you can't have that. Well, go ahead on and get it.
I wanted to blame my parents, really, especially my mother. Like, I've really let myself get to this where, people would compare my weight to an elephant.
I'm really at peace with this because it's like, this is my child. Who don't want your child to be healthier?
It's almost like they treated my obesity as like, oh, that's just part of, how she's gonna be. She'll lose it. I was being teased, but I would basically piggyback off of that and join them. Like, it doesn't really bother me.
I just was praying that you will one day come to the point to where, I can't do this.
I was smoking and I was overweight, and I didn't know that my dad was not gonna be here anymore. I'm not just doing this for me. I feel like I'm doing it for him as well. So I'm very excited about that, and of course I know he'll be there, with me in spirit.
All right, so it's the underground vibe segment that we in. Let's get into the underground thing.
No bad vibes.
Hey, no bad vibes.
No bad vibes.
I ain't taking no questions.
So Trae,
what's going on?
This was your project.
It was.
Why do you feel like this was important to put it on here in Atlanta?
So a lot of the time, a lot of the open mic events and artist showcases are geared towards rappers and hip hop artists. Okay. It's not too many times that R&B singers in general, no matter the genre, it's not too many times that we get shouted out. And so I wanted to create an environment, a venue, a situation where we as singers, you know, could get the same platform, the same exposure, the same stage, same playing field as the hip hop artists. So that was why Underground Vibes was important.
I love it. Shouts out to Underground Vibes.
Thank you.
Shouts out to Cinco Day because we do that as well.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So, big shout out to that. So my man, Av'ern, you was there, right? How did you feel about that night? The first night.
I mean, it was cool. It was cute. It just really wasn't nobody there.
The first night.
I mean, I don't even remember.
It's amazing that nobody was there.
Clearly,
the footage said.
Well, I mean, it was all Page people. So
it was all Page's people.
Yeah, I mean, you had a couple people there, but I mean, you know, I went to support.
People. It's amazing that all of those people were Page's people, but the media people that came were mine. That's real interesting.
It was
cute. So I'm gonna ask this question because people keep saying it. Media and folks is different. That's
media.
Them the folks.
I had both.
Okay. But this is the thing. Paige brought the most people.
She did.
Okay, all right. With that,
Before Paige people came, it wasn't nobody there.
But guess what?
That's what Av'ern trying to say.
Guess what though? We're here to support each other.
But
that is
later.
why that Paige invited her folks because get what? It's a bigger picture. Okay? Can we agree to that?
Yes.
All right. So, Paige.
No, but you know, let me say this though. In all honesty, you know, besides that, you know, the shading is, I actually thought that it was dope, the concept, and I think I even said that to him. I was like, okay, that's dope. So, you know, it was cool.
All right, so Paige, you performed. How did you feel about the atmosphere, the performance, and how was it even being a social? I don't want to say socialite because you know how was it being a part of Underground Vibe?
Well, from the beginning, it was dope because it was, you know, he came up to me, came with the concept, and I was like, yeah, let's do that because there are not enough platforms for R&B singers and, you know, anybody that wants to do that type of music. There aren't that many platforms as far as, you know, when it comes to open mics in Atlanta. Everything is geared towards rap and hip hop. So for that aspect of it, I was very, very happy. And then when we got there and I performed, the vibe was good. Like it was, you know, instant vibes. Everybody was happy. It was a good atmosphere. It was just the going forward, like keeping it going is where the problem came in. Okay.
All right, so a quick question for you.
Yeah.
Do you feel like majority of the people that was there was because of you?
I'm not gonna say they were there because of me, because I didn't specifically
or you
be like
invited them.
Yeah, but I did invite a lot of my friends and family, and a lot of my friends and family were there, and they stayed the whole time. They didn't just get up when other people's performances was over, and so maybe that's what they speaking on, or you know, or the fact that a lot of the crowd might have been my family and you know friends. Then yeah, I can understand them saying, "Oh, Paige brought majority of the people."
And at the end of the day, I want to say this to say because it's love, light, and laughter. You support people that support you. She did that because of you, even if it wasn't on the outside looking in. Even if it was not mainly your people, it was your people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was still your people in the end because we all people, right? Okay.
Can we clap that up?
Thank you.
Can we clap that up? Love it. All right, so. Marq with a Q, baby.
I don't know why you
So it's a conversation. Well, it's been said allegedly that it was a conversation between you and Trae on the first night of Underground Vibes. Elaborate on it. What was the conversation? Which y'all discussed?
I gotta think back. We basically discussed how. Hold on, this was the second night. This wasn't the first night.
The first night when he set us down and said that this is how he pays bills.
No, the second night was when he sat us down.
Actually, it was the first night.
It was the first night.
It was the first night?
It's on the card. It's the first night. The card says first night.
I went 3 times, so I'm confused.
Me too.
But, so the first night he sat us down. Well, we had a conversation because I guess you felt like people weren't pulling their weight. This was almost verbatim the words that you said.
The second event was when I was like, yo, like this is where I feel like
okay. Let me reframe it.
It was the first night. It wasn't shown because we don't have the footage.
Right, but the first night is when I sat them down and asked them to support me in terms of marketing the event.
And then you know, you even said that the producer down and told her she need to help you too.
Let's be clear. I asked everybody. I said, hey, can y'all do me a favor?
Like controlling everything.
I'm sorry, excuse me?
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what I said was I sat everybody down and asked them if they were okay with promoting the event on their various social media handles. Marq and I had a separate conversation because I asked him to do the commercial and the video promo for the event. Okay. So that's where there's a difference in conversation about.
But that ain't what we talked about, though.
Well, exactly. So my question was
the conversation. I remember, as far as me and Trae talking, this is my take on it. The second weekend, Trae had sat us down and said, "Y'all not pulling y'all weight. Everybody's not doing what they're supposed to be doing to promote the event." And before that happened, I remember him pulling me to the side like, "Hey, I want to know what's going on because I don't really know what to do next."
So that was the first conversation that y'all had on the first night.
The reason it wasn't, I said it wasn't the first night. It was the second night because nobody had came that night. Okay. And that's the reason why he pulled me to the side. Am I right?
Yeah,
remember?
He pulled them to the side, yes. He put all
that
of
wasn't the first night because people came.
All of us.
People came the second night too. It just wasn't a lot.
It wasn't a lot of people.
So from what I hear and what I see is the first night was the best night.
So the second night, the reason why I pulled them. So hold on. The reason why I pulled them to the side the second night is because after said event was over, I spent the majority of the night hosting and, being personable to everybody. Okay. Event is over, and it's now time for me to go to the owner and say, "Hey, how much money did we make?"
The second night?
The second night.
Who performed the second night?
There were quite a few different people that performed the second night.
But
hold on.
Who performed the second night?
I don't know. I just know
I did.
We both sang the second night. There were other artists that performed as well.
It was.
But the reason why I pulled them to the side the second night is because after the event's over and I go to the owner and I say, "How much money did we make?" And you say we made X amount of money, but I have patrons who said, "Here's my receipt. This is what I spent." I pulled them to the side. I said, "Y'all, can y'all tell me what was happening while the event was going on? Because what's being told to me by the owner of said venue is not lining up with the patrons who came."
So when did you pull me to the side the first night then? Because I'm confused.
I didn't pull you to the side the first night.
Everybody.
I pulled us all to the.
But the question was,
after the first night, I sat us all down, but I didn't pull nobody to the side.
Y'all might have been a little inebriated.
I would.
You know how y'all do.
That's why I was like, that's the second night I talked to him.
The second night.
The second
I didn't talk to
night.
him.
Oh wait. Was it the first night or the second night?
The second night he put Marq.
He put Marq to the side.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was.
But
saying,
that was about the receipts about stuff. I was like,
that
what
wasn't the
can
only
you
thing
tell
you
me?
said though. You also said I don't know why enough. You said basically I don't know what happened. A lot of people didn't show up that night, so you was like, we need to go back to the drawing board to figure out how we can bring more people in. This is the second week, and that was also the week that y'all got into it because he sat us down and said we wasn't pulling our weight.
Okay, so let's say this then. Y'all got into it that week?
We had there was a heated discussion between the two of us.
It was the first night or the second night?
The second week. It was the second week.
It was every Thursday.
Let's migrate to there.
It was on a Thursday. It was every Thursday. So let's talk about it.
Let's migrate.
So
the second week or the second night of the
second week,
it seemed really tense, guys. So
Trae.
Yes.
How you feel things was escalated? Why didn't things escalate between you and my boy?
Oh, because Devonta gets lit when he's drunk, and Devonta gets real excited by the mouth, and
we letting folks speak.
So prior to Devonta and I having our situation, Devonta had also just popped off on Marq inside the venue. So the two of them. So Devonta, hold on. So Devonta, it's not just me, but the moment Devonta gets drunk, which you saw on camera, Devonta's mouth gets real excited. So he had popped off on Marq inside the venue, and
I apologize, Marq.
And when we came outside the venue, what should have been a civil conversation, he had a battery in his back because he got partial information. He got partial information. So the owner of said venue put a battery in his back, and he came outside and tried to jump sideways.
Understandable.
That's why that conversation.
You did.
You definitely tried to jump sideways. And so that's why. So instead of him coming to, instead of us having a civil conversation, which easily could have happened, he came outside with a partial piece of information and decided to jump stupid.
So let me just.
Let's play the clip. Production, run the clip.
Are we playing the clip? Oh my God.
Let's run it.
We're going to go through this. Let me tell everybody, please advise that the following content is not standard video, audio, or quality of the show. On the way up is here, baby. We're going bigger and better. So are we going to play this clip?
Let's go for it.
These are my numbers.
Guess who does all the promoting for the event?
We promoted.
Lies.
Guess who
I'll
paid
put my
for the
hand up
flyers
too.
for the event?
You should have paid for the
Now,
flies.
that was a lie.
This ain't even about y'all. This is about me
Oh,
and Mario.
okay.
But
Oh,
still,
yeah.
I'm still.
Social media, maybe one time.
What the fuck would this man promote your event?
Exactly.
This man don't need you.
The fuck if he don't?
Been here.
Because
Why the fuck?
Sleepy Potato closed down?
No, Sleepy Potato has a whole new location. A whole new
They
location.
ain't Greenbrier.
Is Underground Vibe still going on?
Underground Vibes can open at any moment. The moment I pick a venue.
But it ain't open.
That's not the point.
It is the
At
point.
any moment I can pick a venue.
Because the thing is, you know what? I gave you that lead. That's why I was so mad. If you want to go there.
But it wasn't even about you.
It doesn't matter. You can't down something that I give you.
I'm not downing him because of you. I'm down. The issue is that the venue didn't do what the fuck he was supposed to do as the owner.
You didn't do what the fuck you were supposed to do.
What the fuck you mean? I didn't do what
Hold
I was supposed to do.
Nobody was fucking
Who
there.
didn't?
Too many F-bombs. No,
Nobody
too
was
many
there.
F-bombs.
Nobody was
Look
there.
at me. I'm not gonna get up. There were plenty of people.
Whatever. What the
Oh, yeah,
fuck
you know I'm
ever.
good, baby.
All right. You suit too crunk for no reason because you know what?
It's not
Come here, Devonta, walk off.
I got the whole.
Don't walk towards nobody.
Contract on my phone.
Give us 1 second. We'll take a break, guys.
Man, I am done. We can't even get through the goddamn conversation. Something else. Cause I be ready to run at any moment.
Hey!
And they didn't even let me get to my part. I didn't even get to tell what I want to tell because I had a ball to drop.
Fuck shit, like it's too fucking much. I wasn't like be positive. It ain't. We can't talk about what the fuck we do for a living because y'all worried about fucking cancel the TV.
What's up about my review? I want to love your father's phone. That's it. Like, this shit old as fuck. Y'all already saw this shit. So why the fuck y'all acting like this shit random? No, I gotta get the cigarette. That shit irritating as fuck. I'm sitting here getting my ear yelled in about some shit that happened two years ago. Y'all sitting up here arguing about some shit that happened 2 fucking years ago. That shit irritating as fuck. It's irritating as fuck.
It is irritating.
Grow the fuck up. Come on. For real. Let me go. Grow up. Grow up. Wake the fuck up. All this shit that's going on in the world. Wake up! Y'all tearing each other the fuck down! For what? Come on.
I'm good. I understand you're good, but at the end of the day, this is your production. Yeah. This is something that you've invested your time, you've invested your money into, and at the end of the day, you have to make sure that you're exhibiting the same behavior that you want from everybody else.
That's fine.
So
I'm good. I'm good.
Years ago! This shit old! Why are we still doing
We
this?
should be able to get through a conversation, at least, you know. Don't she feel upset?
if anything, let's go to the cool off room. But being outside,
No.
that's not what we want.
Take Trae to the cool off room. I'm good.
No, yeah, that's the whole point. That's why let's get we all of us is on one accord. Everybody that's able to talk is on one accord. It's them two. They have the issue.
I'm good, Thomas. I'm good. I promise you I'm good. No, because I don't, he gets on my nerves. I'm sorry.
I know, but you
he really
can't
gets
let
under my skin. He really do.
You gotta collect yourself
No.
and relax.
I'm good. I promise you I'm gonna be good. That's why I had to just come outside.
I know, but you can't let him get you so wound up.
He gets on, he gets under my
I
skin.
understand that. He can get under your skin, but you gotta woosah and understand that this is your production. Let him do him.
I understand that. But at the end of the day, you're not gonna talk to me crazy.
The best way to kind of deal with that is, okay, whatever.
I should never even came. I should never even did
What do
this.
you mean
I should never even did this.
collect yourself?
I'm good. I'm
Collect
good.
yourself, Capricorn. Collect yourself. Get yourself together. Go back in. Sit down. No more drinking for you, and relax.
I'm good. I'm good. Good. I just don't really want to do it no more.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna come back in, but I can't. we had got over this, and then we got to open it back up. And I don't even want to do this because.
PTSD is literally flaring the fuck up. He's dealing in my ear.
Breaking some weed now.
She okay?
PTSD going off and she needs some weed. That's all that time, man.
What happened?
Keep hearing the same shit.
We're gonna hear about all that. You know what?
You know what? He gets on my fucking nerves. That's what I'm saying. No, he's good. I promise you, he's good. But he just get on my nerves.
You're gonna hear about it, baby. So
I know.
I understand that he was yelling in your ear and it triggering you.
But it's not even that. Like, seriously. Wake the fuck up. Niggas is dying. And y'all sitting here tearing each other down.
Listen,
I'm tired of it. I'm tired.
Everybody not on your level. Everybody not woke. Everybody ain't on that level. Guess what you should do? Guess what you should have did? Pull him to the side and said.
I already did that. I already did
so
that.
So now guess what?
He don't want to listen.
Now then guess what it is? Now you gotta move. Now you gotta remove yourself from the situation now. Okay? Drink some water. Drink some water.
I need some liquor.
Shit. You want a shot? If you drink half of it, get a shot. Okay. Lord.
Jesus. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. Everybody is really sensitive right now.
And you know, I'm gonna close this door, guys, for 1 second because we really gotta talk about some shit. Okay? Security, you still stay here.
But you know, like what people don't understand. Like, I'm not acting. This is not acting. This is real life.
Baby.
And I get where they're coming from. I understand. Everybody been through some shit. And they obviously went through some shit before I came around. I understand it. However, this is 2020.
It is 2020.
This shit happened 2018.
Let me tell you.
Why are we still revisiting? I get why we're revisiting.
Let me tell you this, though. Okay. You get why we're revisiting. Yes. However, they are actors. Some of them are actors.
I'm an actress, so I get it. I understand.
So
I'm just
Rachel,
like,
I don't want you to get upset.
No, because I don't like, I just
so we're gonna switch spots.
Does anybody understand where I'm coming from?
Oh, we get it.
But
we get it, baby. I'm telling you,
but let me tell you.
yourself accordingly.
Let me tell you. Look, let me tell you about me.
Matter of fact, maybe he need to be on the other side.
Yes.
Okay. And we're gonna do that.
I don't like that shit.
All right. So get her a shot. Bring us a shot, please. Lord.
Like, I'm trying to keep it cool. I can see him in the court, like, fix your face, but I can't even fake it. Like,
okay, don't. We want this. Don't be real. This shit real.
The reason I want her to is because you don't just want her to be portrayed as just having this resting face.
Yeah. I get it. So I caught it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same
what we're gonna actually do?
We're gonna switch them.
Yeah, we're gonna switch.
Paige and her.
Yeah, no.
Him and her.
Trae is gonna be sitting right next to you. And you're gonna be on the
opposite side. Okay.
So at the end of the day, nobody here.
Him and Marq in the middle. Alright, we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it.
Yeah.
Okay? Security, okay, with that move, security needs to be right there. Okay?
You ready?
Alright, we're gonna get a shot. We're gonna get a shot for her, and we out.
Can I talk to Rachel without everybody?
Okay, no.
With us. She's fine.
With us.
Can we talk?
Come on.
We have a moment.
Yes,
No, I can't right now. Just let me collect myself.
You sure?
Just let me collect myself.
Okay.
I got you.
Just let me collect
We got
myself.
each other.
Because that's my baby, so I
Because
just want to make
at the end of the day, get what? We love each other, and it's light. Okay?
Just give me a second.
Okay, that's cool. She needs a minute.
Just
Okay,
a
cool.
minute.
I can respect that.
Just a minute.
Cool.
We'll do that.
What did I say?
You good.
I'll be meditating.
Meditate.
But I get that 40 in the Newports. Real quick.
Somebody get her a cigarette. Ass Trae. Ass motherfucking Trae.
I don't even know.
Somebody get her a cigarette.
I'm gonna get you your cigarettes
and get her a shot and a shot. Okay. All right, we good. And we good. Baby girl, we good.
I just
Hugs. We good. We okay.
Cut it from there, and we going on.
Okay.
We going on to the house party.
Was I asking him about?
Well, no, because we were watching clips, but she had asked me a question, and I wanted to address that question. So that's why it was me talking. So that's why I asked you, can we finish the clip first? Yeah, I was talking before the clip.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
So that's why I'm saying, can we finish the clip? Because I want to address what happened during the clip.
It's not about what you want to address, Trae. Y'all get all this. We on time.
So we're not addressing the clip. Okay.
It don't matter. This is what I'm talking about. You think you running shit? Let her talk. Fuck. Let her fucking
I need
talk.
all y'all to calm down. Like, this too much.
Shit. No, because he always got something fucking to say. Like, let the fucking director direct, okay? Shit.
That's not what the fuck I signed up for.
Okay. So I'm still gonna start off with you, Trae.
Okay.
And we're gonna go like that.
And then don't ask fucking nothing else. Let her do that. Don't ask nothing else about fucking production. You think you want to be a fucking producer.
Hey, you are you're a cast member right now.
It doesn't matter at this point. Because this is how I feel.
Don't start, please. Like, come on. Can we get through this? Like, people got stuff to do. Can we get through this? Come on.
No, we're moving on.
Damn, shit. Don't argue about this petty ass bullshit.
Are we doing two? That's bad. No, just going straight to.
I'm sorry, but I'm sick of him. I always think he's running shit. He don't run a goddamn thing.
We only get one.
But because of this, we can't get through our questions.
We
So
can get to the
can we
questions,
get through these
but can I?
questions?
Yes. Y'all can.
Yes.
We can. And I'll be
Hey,
quiet.
Hood, be quiet.
Okay.
Both of y'all, everybody.
All right.
Quiet on the set.
Yes, quiet on the set. Everybody's doing my job. No.
Everybody here, everybody ready? Lord Jesus, bless us. Jesus is my job.
Y'all play too much.
Right on my scripture, and it gives me all my help.
All right. Let's get serious and get back to it. We're going to get through Underground Vibes. If it gets too heated, I'm cutting it. And when I say cut, I mean cut. Or we can all just trash it and not deal with it.
Next time on part 2 of On the Way Up Atlanta, the reunion.
No, do not cut the fan on. I said don't cut the fan on.
I didn't know you said.
Yes, I did. When you
All
kept
right.
pressing.
Now he knows. Now he knows. It wasn't about that for me. It was more so about me trying to solidify wealth and abundance. You know what I mean?
Did you not? Clearly got to move.
Did you not? I did not say that you manipulated
did you
me.
get the
But what he
video for
took
free?
from me.
But you brought this on yourself.
I didn't
Because
get
you
to
didn't
finish.
have to
How did I get to
It was
finish?
positive.
I gotta ask this. I'm sorry. How many houses you done sold?
Listen, I sold enough. Don't worry about my coin. Okay. Matter of fact, I'm not getting the coin. I'm getting the bag.
Whole brand is your birthmark, and a lot of women, especially in the society that we live in, it's extremely superficial.
I got her.
Come on the way up. What we doing?
It's just something that I've been
He go crying now. Don't start.
Act like my Marq by Beauty photo shoot was hers.
I was supporting everybody, and well, I'm gonna speak directly to you. I feel like I was supportive of you in doing the things that you wanted me to do, and I didn't get that on the flip side.
On the subject, I didn't get my motherfucking pictures back till November.
Just moving together. We don't even have to move together, but just move forward and then just help each other if we can, or if we feel like we can all get there.
Do not let people fuck your self-esteem. What you say, sis? The self-esteem is your motherfucking self.
You said that.